I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Update in the Nazaria Harris case. Frank was involved. He got to go. But before we get started with this demonstration, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm going to run to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get into this demonstration. Frank was involved. Frank got to go. I'll be right back after this commercial break.
I'd like to place an order. Yeah. Hey, let me get a chicken box and a half and half. All right, good looking out. I'd like to place an order. Yeah. Hey, let me get a chicken box and a half and half. All right, good looking out.
A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes.
I'm switching lanes.
A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes.
When I'm switching lanes.
A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes.
When I'm switching lanes.
A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes.
When I'm switching lanes.
A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes.
When I'm switching lanes.
A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. But before we get started with this demonstration, let me read my copyright. Younger females like older men. So my smoothie is going to consist of
When I'm switching lanes.
a chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes.
When I'm switching lanes.
A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. Now, Frank. Who is Frank? I want to send a shout out to Tootie Uncensored. We're going to be backtracking Tootie's demonstration, a demonstration about who is Frank and what are we missing. So if you haven't already checked out Tootie's demonstration, make sure after this demonstration, make sure you all go and check out Tootie's Uncensored demonstration on Nazaria Harris case, who is Frank, and what are we missing. Let me put a face. Let me give y'all a facial. Let me let y'all know and see exactly what this Frank guy looks like. So that's Frank, right? All right. Now, for my Facebook family and friends, I do appreciate all of the information that you all have been giving me. So let's get a name on Frank before we go to Tootie's demonstration. Give me a second. Now, is he Middle Eastern? Is he, what's his nationality? That's what we want to know. What's his nationality? He's definitely Middle Eastern. He's definitely Middle Eastern. Salute to the chat. Salute to my replay gang. Salute to all of my moderators. Salute to you, him, and her. I will come down there to the chat and entertain the chat. Just give me a few minutes. So who's this joker right here? Well, allegedly, the shop that Jarvis was operating out of, allegedly, it's this joker's shop. It's King's shop. allegedly King has other business in and out of the Detroit, Michigan area. Now, we're going to start with the basics. Or he could be Hispanic or Cuban. Appreciate that, LaTanya. Appreciate that. So he could be Middle Eastern, Arab. He could be Hispanic or Cuban. Now, it's his shop. It's his shop that Jarvis was working out of and King was working out of. Allegedly, there were more pedophiles, there were more monsters in this shop working at this shop. Now, many of you that want to question, or because some of y'all will say, Shank, you can't deny a man employment. Shank, you got to give people a chance. Well, remember, it was Shannon along with the parole board that gave Jarvis a chance. And we saw what the parole board and Shannon giving Jarvis a chance, we saw the outcome. So we ain't giving nobody no chances. And y'all have heard me say this before. We ain't fucking around no more. All right? Straight like that. It's some things that we can entertain. It's some things that we can let slide. It's some people in some situations we can give a chance to. But when it comes to pedophiles, when it comes to those that have been convicted of sexually assaulting a child, they get no second chance. And if it's anyone out there, no matter what state, no matter what city you're in, we need to get some petitions. We need to get some bills started. I'm not into writing bills. I'm not into preparing petitions, but I could promote the hell out of them. I could definitely get behind it. So I need for those that are into petition making, those that are into writing bills and getting bills passed, I need for you all to get on top of bills. And I just don't want it to be one bill or one petition, but we have to have petitions. We have to have bills that concerns pedophiles. We don't want them back in the community. I know for a minute, well, we'll get those sex offenders, we'll get them to register. We'll get, nah. We ain't playing, we ain't fucking around no more. If you can't stand the heat, get up out the kitchen. If you can't stand Shank Rock on one, get up out the kitchen. In this demonstration, I'm going to be using some profanity. I'm going to probably be using a lot of profanity. So I'm letting you know now. You might want to turn this off. It's because we keep turning a blind eye. It's because we keep sugarcoating things. It's because we keep forgiving. We want to forgive everybody. Well, in this day and time, you do something to a child, we starting with the children first. Then we'll work our way up to the women and the men. But we starting with the children first. If you do something to a child, you get no second chance. Period. All right? Period. If you done something to a child, there is no second chance for you. Now, the Frank character is his auto shop. Frank's auto shop. Right? You can't tell me that Frank did not know what was going on up at that shop. Can't tell us that Annette didn't know what was going on in the house. You can't tell me that Shannon didn't know what was going on with Naziah and Jarvis. Huh? So you can't tell me that this monster, Frank, did not know what was going on, what was said. The women, the ladies, Jarvis had plenty of ladies coming up at the shop. Huh? Not only did Jarvis have plenty of ladies coming up at the shop, Jarvis also had Naziah and the other little girls up at the shop cleaning up. Frank knew exactly what was going on. Now, I believe that she broke it down very well. So I'm going to just go to Tootie, and we're going to build off of what Tootie has to say, and then I'll come back and I'll give y'all the information, more information that was given to me from my Facebook family and friends. All right, but let's go to Tootie. Once again, shout out to Tootie Uncensored. And make sure y'all go and check out her demonstration if y'all haven't already. But let's go to Tootie's demonstration. Appreciate that cash donation, Monica. Appreciate that cash donation, Monica.
Out and by 2003 being able to get properties. And it says something to me like, I wonder if certain shit is fronts.
Let me backtrack.
Is this. Now, I did a Google search of this nigga Frank, and I'm almost thinking that Frank might be an Arab. I don't know. But the reason why I'm asking these questions is because I'm trying to understand something. Hear me out. Jarvis. Back in 2005, he was roughly around 21 years old, 20 years old, somewhere around, I don't know, somewhere around there. Okay. So I'm thinking in 2005, this nigga went to jail and he did 10 years. And I've been trying to find a picture of Frank. The reason why is this. The person who I'm thinking we're narrowing down as to be Frank, he also has a very strenuous record for pedophilia. Okay? But here's the thing. He got things expunged, and he was only given a 2 years probation, which is baffling to me if you understood this nigga's crimes. Lover of music, thank you so much for the gifted family. If you've seen this nigga's crimes, now hear me out. I'm trying to understand how a man in 2005 can go to jail for roughly 10 years. Come out roughly around 2015. I think he was in a halfway house in 2012. It was some shit like that to where he was out of jail, but fuck all that. I'm trying to understand how somebody can go to jail for 10 years and come out and by 2003 being able to get properties. And it says something to me like, I wonder if certain shit is fronts. Okay? Now hear me out. Now, I went to this auto center. One of his auto centers. Y'all go with me. Fuck it.
Now she's talking about Frank. She's talking about Frank. I see y'all in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat. Now, she mentioned his crimes had got sponged. Some of his crimes had got sponged. Right? Salute Mocha. Salute Miss Parker. Salute Positive Vibes. Salute everybody. But let me get back to Tootie and let me just let Tootie break it down. Let me get back to Tootie, y'all. I apologize. My bad.
I done got a little drunk. Y'all know I do this when I get a little drunk. I went to an auto center, right? And we're here. Now, this is one of Frank's auto centers. And for the life of me, right? And let's look at something. Let's go back. In 2009, this was Harper Auto Service, okay? 2011, it's was Sam's. Now, if you look behind, this used to be a car wash, all right? Now, roughly around 2014 is when Frank's became Frank's. He's been around here. He bought this property right across the street. As you can see right here on this thing, you know, it's Frank's, okay? Even back in the time, you see before it became Frank's. But then, this was the thing that was really baffling me. Give me a second. ...2018 would have been a time, or roughly around the time Jarvis would have been out yet. And I don't know, y'all let me know, but this looked like this nigga right here. It looked like Jarvis ass. Y'all let me know. But it looked like this nigga here to me. It looked like this motherfucker right there.
That's
I'm gonna be honest with you. He would have had a little weight on him getting out of jail. And I'm trying to see if this nigga right here might be Frank. Okay? Now, we not stupid. We know that people have businesses because it's fronts. I don't know if this is King's ass with his bald head ass.
That's King.
But we know that they was working around this time.
That's Jarvis
for
and
sure.
King.
Now, what's also baffling to me is... Give me a second. When you go to this nigga's other property, and I just really want to understand, because now you see Frank's got an oil center here, he got an auto center here. The nigga also got let me get to this.
Let me slide in real quick, y'all. Let me slide in. Frank, that's why I say Frank gots to go. Frank gots to go. Frank is pimping our community. And we as men, I need all men to stand up. We as black men, we will not allow no one, even if it's black men, we will not allow no men to come into our community and pimp our community. Make sure y'all are sharing this demonstration to a black man in your family and tell them, black men, y'all gotta stand up. Frank gots to go. Unless, and let me make this clear. Let me make this clear. Because I know Frank is watching. Unless you pull up on this platform, or unless you pull up on one of the other content creators' platform and allow us to question you, you gotta go. You gotta go. So, Frank, make sure you pull up on my platform, because I got some questions for you. And if you don't want to pull up on my platform, there are plenty other content creators who you can pull up on their platform and let them question you. If you are innocent, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But we ain't gonna let you just come in our community and pimp us. Nah, go back in your community and do that. We as black people, we are tired of the culture vultures coming in our community and getting rich off of us and using us against each other. We're tired. We're tired. We're not allowing our own race anymore to pimp on us. Frank gots to go. Let me get back to Tootie, y'all.
Give me 1 second. Harper Williams. That's the Harper. That's that one. Where his other? Let me just look at him. Looking for his other business. Give me 1 second, real quick. Cause it's something that's really fucking bothering me with this shit. Sai, you on here? Do you remember the other address to the other his other property? I thought I saved it. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna look through here real quick. Do my shit. Let me see. That's Harper Ave. I don't need that one. You remember, saw you on here? I can't remember what it was when we was looking at it yesterday. Give me 1 second, y'all. No, that's Jarvis's. I think this is Jarvis' house. Yeah, this is Jarvis' whole ass house. Stupid ass Cadillac up in the driveway. This Google shit is very detrimental. Give me 1 second, y'all. 2 seconds. See Bedford, that's over with Kanaya, Cornwall, that's over there with such and such. Harold Street? No, it's not Harold. You remember? Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. That's Frank. Ooh, yeah, I knew he was like an Arab. So yeah, we was right on that. Okay, so that's his whole ass. Okay, it's gonna make sense in a minute, y'all. Let me find this other building I'm looking for.
Now, before I let Tootie finish off, let me put his full name in the chat. His name is Frank Hatcham. Let me put his name in the chat. But it's another name that he go by as well. Give me a second, y'all. It's another name that he go by as well. But this is the name on Facebook that he goes by. And as I stated before, he goes by another name as well. Give me a second. And if my Facebook family and friends is watching this, shoot me in the comment section Frank's other name that he go by. I'm trying to multitask. Okay, Fadi. Okay, appreciate that, Sheena. Appreciate that. He also goes by the name of Fadi as well. Appreciate that, Zilla and Sheena. All right. And any other names on this monster, please let us know so we can get them up out of here. We ain't playing with you, man. We're not going to play with none of y'all, period. There's children involved. Y'all take this somewhere else. Y'all take this somewhere else. Did y'all hear what I said? We will not, as black men and women and children, we will not allow nobody, including our own race, we will not allow nobody to come into our communities and pimp us and take advantage of our children and our women. Them days is over with. I know that y'all only see certain black men. I know. And it's a reason why y'all only see certain black men. It's a reason why they push those weak black men out there. But I got news for y'all. It's more strong black men than it is weak. Now, y'all sleep on us black men if you want. And I ain't the only strong black man. So don't think if you come for me and you get rid of me, don't think it ain't an army full of black men that's behind me that's going to pick up the torch and continue and carry this on. Y'all wouldn't allow us to come in y'all community and pimp on y'all community. Show me one Middle Eastern community. Show me one Hispanic community. Show me one Mexican community. Show me one community that will allow black men to come in their community, get rich, and pimp on their children and their women. Show me. I'll wait. I'm going to say it again. It's more strong black men than it is weak. And I ain't the only strong black man. It's black men out here that's stronger than me. Don't get it twisted. Frank, you got to go. If you can't pull up and answer the questions that I have for you, if you can't pull up and answer the questions that these other content creators have for you, you got to go. Period. Let me get back to Tootie, y'all.
Trying to figure out where it was. Let me see. It's not East Warren. That's not that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 2 seconds. Let me go to my notes. Hey, shout out to everybody that's on the Twitch thing. It's gonna make sense in a minute. Yeah, drop me a sub, goddamn. I'm not trying to get the net. Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to find some. I can't figure out that we had all of these damn addresses. I had them all saved. Let me see. Wasn't Harrell, one corner. Let me see. Wilshire. Where's this other building? Because I want to show y'all something so bad. Because when I was on the phone with Shorty, I was actually researching a lot of stuff. And I'm not going to lie, when I first got on the phone with her, I'm like, she's not telling the truth. There's no white and green house. Then I had to forget and I had to go back out. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So, see, I ain't trying to wear shit. Do you got that address, sir? I thought that's what you was sending me instead of Frank. I don't need the ones that's on Harper. I needed the other one.
Let me stop Tootie for 1 second, y'all. I see you, Nene. Nene says, so what's the plan? How and what exactly can be done? And who gonna do it? Okay, this is where we start at, okay? If there are, and no matter what state or city you're in, we want a bill. We want petitions in all states. All right? First, we need to get some bills. We need to get some petitions. We do not want no pedophiles. We do not want no man or woman that has been convicted of any sexual crimes towards children and women and men. We don't want them making parole. We don't want them back into our community. That's the first start. And I got news for everybody. It ain't a black thing. I need everybody. I need everybody from every nationality to get involved in this right here. No longer will we be divided because of skin complexion. No longer will we be divided because of race, nationality, what part of the world we come from. That's the most corniest thing that I could think of. We all bleed blood. When the blood hit the surface for all of us is red, right? It's not about Shank Rock. It's not about you. It's not about one nationality, one group. It's not about politics. It's not about religion. It's not about money. It's about them damn children. Are y'all listening to me? It's about the children. Those children deserve a future. Those children deserve to be protected. Nothing more, nothing less. Period. I need all men. I gotta come for the men because I see too many men on social media with the bullshit. I see too many men. I see some gangsters. I see some dudes. I see Big Meech in them. Big Meech, use your platforms that you go on. Use it to spread awareness to protect these children. All of y'all gangsters from the 90s and the 80s, all y'all trappers and dope boys, when y'all get out, we don't want to hear y'all stories no more, man. Who cares? We don't want to hear how much dope y'all sold back in the 80s and 90s. That shit is corny. We tired of hearing that. We don't want to hear them gang-banging stories. That shit destroyed our community. Use these platforms to spread awareness about these children. That's gangster. Black man, stand up. Black man, stand up. That's the first thing. We got to protect these children. So the first start, we got to get some petitions going. That's not my lane, but I could promote the hell out of a petition. We got to get some bills started and passed. I know y'all out there that know about that stuff. That's not my lane, but I could promote the hell out of it. I could promote the hell out of it. For my Caucasian men, stand up. Because the last time I checked, little Caucasians, little Europeans, girls and boys get molested, get sex trafficking. Let me clear this up. When it comes to sex trafficking, those I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down. But when it comes to sex trafficking, those funky ass sex traffickers, they don't give a damn what nationality them children are. So don't think that, oh, they only sex trafficking black little kids. No, they will sex traffic a white girl or boy, a Mexican white girl or boy, an Asian. They don't care. So I need all men, stand up. Stand up so I can sit down. The old man legs is tired. I'm tired of standing up. But I see a lot of y'all men on this social media making a fool out of yourselves. 50 and 60 years old, still throwing up gang signs. Man, that shit is corny. And you know it's corny. 50 and 60 years old, still telling about in your time how much dope you sold. Man, that shit is corny. I apologize, y'all. I apologize. Let me get back to Tootie. I apologize, y'all. Let me get back to Tootie.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. I promise it'll be 2 seconds. All right, the reason why look, but why we doing this? Well, I'm trying to get this other thing right. I'm gonna just tell y'all something that bothers me. Shit, y'all. I know
at a streaming lifestyle with info.
I even took a break since I got on this case. I'm not even lying. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna tell you what irks my soul. Because now I'm finna do something else. Now, I know y'all gonna think I'm reaching. But I don't care. It makes sense to me. Now, I went back, right? So when this house on when she got off this bus stop. Thank you, Pooh. That's it. When she got off this bus stop, we had 3 Mile in Cornwall, right? And you see this fence. For the life of me, when she got off the bus, I could not stand this ketchup and mustard fence. It pisses me off, Frank. It pisses me off that Frank. It has these same fucking colors, and it wasn't this color when he first got this property. It wasn't this color. You know what I mean? And I don't even like how this look. I'm gonna be honest with you. And it been pissing me off because in September, before he got this motherfucker, it was not this color. Now he make this big shit as this big yellow and mustard. It pisses me off.
How many of y'all, because I did hear people speak on those colors. Now Tootie is bringing that heat. How many of y'all feel the same as Tootie with those colors? Tootie is on point. Appreciate that super chat. I see through you. Welcome back, Shank. Speak the truth. Appreciate you. I see through you. How many of y'all have been following those colors? Tootie is on point with them colors now. We know colors are signs. Colors are signs. Let's get back to Tootie and the ketchup and mustard signs. Shout out to Tootie.
Who in the fuck in their right minds like this color? Okay, I'm just asking this shit because I'm invested in who house that is. I gotta find out. We're looking into this because it's starting to piss me off and it's starting to make me feel like that. Frank might have been the motherfucker who was in the car with Jarvis that picked this girl up.
Stop right there. Tootie says Frank might have been the one in that car when Jarvis picked the girl up. LaTanya says, yes, I agree with her theory on the colors. They mark his properties. Somebody else says something too. Queen Gigi says, I feel like it's cold letting people know where to go to get what they want. Good observation. Good observation. Miss Parker and Mocha, what are y'all thoughts on this? Miss Parker and Mocha, what are y'all thoughts on the ketchup and mustard colors? I see through you says, yes, I totally agree with those colors. They represent below the belt female or male. Mocha says BRB. Grisky says those colors may also attract kids. Good observation. Good observation, Grisky and everybody. The colors, because we know children and we know everything is mind control.
And the reason why I'm saying this is because somebody was rich. And we know it ain't King enough.
Stop right there. Tootie says somebody is rich. But we know it ain't King in them. Erlene says, Shank dude, you see the story about a 37-year-old man who had a 13-year-old holed up in his basement, SA'd for hours. She got away and then she pointed him out. The men in the community beat him. Shout out to those men, as they should, as they should, as they should. That Nikki says that shit looks ugly. That's my observation. LaTanya says Frank may have owned the houses that lived in who buys multiple houses on the same block. Exactly. And because what I want y'all, if y'all haven't, I'm sure some of y'all have seen Tootie's demonstration, but I'm not going to play a lot of Tootie's demonstration because I want Tootie to actually get the traction. I want Tootie to get the views and everything. So when I end this demonstration, y'all go ahead over there to Tootie and give Tootie all of that traffic because it's her demonstration. But I'm going to play a little bit more of Tootie. Pam says colors can represent countries. Yes. Lovely Me says, what's up, Shank? Salute. Somebody has to have money to cover up this rabbit hole of lies. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And this is the only niggas who has two centers across the street. This shit to me, I'm not a dummy, right? These buildings, these fucking garages is starting to appear as fronts to me. Okay? It's something is going on in Detroit, people.
Detroit, where y'all at? Detroit, where are y'all at? I feel the same as Tootie, and I'm sure everybody else feels the same way. Something is going on in Detroit. Where are my people from Detroit at? Where are my people from Detroit? Detroit, y'all need to get a grip on y'all city. Where are the men at in Detroit? Stand up. Frank's buildings are a cover up. I love in Detroit. I despise my city. I live in Detroit. Detroit, stand up. Stand up. We want y'all to know we behind y'all. We want y'all to know that we are with y'all. Maria says, piece of gate colors. Lady B says, where exactly are these businesses located? Are they on the south side? Cynthia says, yes, sir, I'm here. Nene says, corruption goes hand in hand with low vibration cities. Detroit, stand up.
Business is starting to understand fronts. I'm trying to understand how felons like King and Jarvis can come out of prison and the first thing they can do is buy a building. Who's giving these motherfuckers some bread? We're missing somebody. This shit is a lot bigger than what the fuck we seen. Okay? Let's go somewhere else. Give me a second. Let me cook. Because I'm on this nigga's ass because something ain't adding up. This nigga has the most his charges when it comes down to SN kids and shit it's worse than Jarvis. I'm trying to understand how a nigga like that will get 2 years probation. Unless it was some shit going on back in 2005 and Jarvis took a rap for someone. And if you're going to take a rap for anyone, it would be a rich motherfucker. So when you get back on your feet, you be right. Trying to understand how this shit is happening, right? It's not really making no sense. It's
How do you know when it's time to end a relationship or when to really fight for it to see if there's something there?
I don't think there's a right or wrong.
It's fucking me up because we might be part of something a lot bigger than we can even think of. And what the fuck ever? Hold on. Let me get my notes. I got another interview that I'm gonna do exclusively on Twitch because I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want people who has been with this nigga to start feeling some fucking type of way because people don't know how to have no tact. The fuck? So I don't think this is the right address that you gave me for this shop. This ain't it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this ain't it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 sec. Give me 2 secs. Let me get this right. I want to get to these cards first because what I wanted to show you, I can't get to it right this second. But I did have one more other question for y'all real quick. Y'all know I'll be extra the motherfucker. I want y'all to tell me who this motherfucker right here look like. Hold on. And see if I'm motherfucking geeking. Hold on. Now, dog, is it me? Or do this look like Jarvis? Because I'm over here by Frank's other shop, right? Now, I know that Jarvis has something, he got a scar on his hand. Why the fuck do this look like this nigga? Because when you zoom in on that thing, y'all can look it up. 14070 8 Mile Road. I find this nigga everywhere. You give me a minute. But this is Frank's other motherfucking thing. This nigga Frank's got shit everywhere. Okay? He got one here. He got the other two that we seen. And then, you know what I'm saying, he even got this motherfucker here.
Frank gotta go, y'all. It's just that simple. Frank, you gotta go. Make sure y'all are sharing this demonstration out. put the word out. Frank got to go. If Frank ain't man enough to pull up on these platforms and tell us what he knows, you gotta go, buddy. Your ghetto pass has been revoked. You ain't gonna continue pimping us. A little bit more from Tootie, and I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Frank, you got to go, buddy.
Where is that? Goddamn. Hold on. I think this nigga it's a front for something else, man. It's something bigger going on in fucking Detroit, and it's pissing me off bad. Because I'm not understanding it. And why would a nigga like Frank just be underneath these other motherfuckers? Hold on. This nigga got a Frank's Auto and Muffler, or Auto Center. He also got Frank's Auto Reconditioning. You know what I'm saying? He got motherfucker Frank's Exotic Auto Center, Frank's Automotive Center, Frank's Auto Body, he got so many goddamn businesses in the same vicinity to where all these motherfuckers was frequenting in Detroit. And it got me over this motherfucker asking myself, like, what the fuck is going on? And it has to say to me, what would make this nigga Jarvis not tell? Because let's be honest. We know this nigga don't give a fuck about no bitch. He ain't doing nothing to save the kids and save Shannon. He ain't giving a fuck about that.
And that's what me and most of everybody else has always said. Jarvis is holding something in. He wants to tell. He wants to say something. Appreciate that super chat, Top Flight. Let's go, Mr. Clean. Let's go, Mr. Clean. I don't appreciate the tacos, but I do appreciate the super chat. Appreciate that. You know we throw up hot dogs. Sharonda from Facebook says, I think the Detroit Police Department knows as well. Who puts the same type of businesses that close to each other? Let me make sure everybody is putting in the chat. And on the replay game, Frank gots to go. Y'all can hashtag Frank gots to go. Y'all could spell it in all capital letters, however y'all choose to put it. But make sure y'all are dropping in the chat and on the replay game, Frank gots to go. You gots to get up out of here, Frank. You're pimping our community. No longer are we going to allow anyone to pimp our community. A little bit more from Toot, and we're going to get up out of here, y'all.
Who could have helped this nigga? We know King didn't do it. So who the fuck else? All right? Then you got to ask yourself, if the shit hit the fan, who will be protected? Right? I mean, we got to start looking at a bigger spectrum. When I see this motherfucker here, it tells me everything I need to know. I don't understand why this motherfucker will be best friends with a King and a Jarvis.
You got to go, Frank.
But he got one of the biggest, most heinous SA raps under his shit. How do a King come out the pen?
Yeah, this is Frank. This is a picture of Frank. That's Frank.
Able to buy an auto mechanic shop. Explain it to me. That's Frank's ass. These motherfuckers is the leading head honchos of sex trafficking. How he get only 2 years probation for a heinous crime unless somebody else took the rap for him? Huh? We all know when we do raps for people, when we come out, we get us some bread. We know how that's happening. So you mean to tell me that 2 felons was able to rub their... This nigga wasn't even able to buy Nazaya pads. Okay? Or didn't care enough to do it. A plan B. Right? So how is 2 felons buying a lucrative auto shop?
We're going to stop it right there, y'all. We're going to stop it right there. A big shout out to Tootie Uncensored. Make sure you all go to Tootie's and check out her demonstration. Nazaya Harris case. Who is Frank and what are we missing? I appreciate everybody for pulling up. If you would like to support the channel, there's different ways you can support the channel. You could purchase a membership. You could purchase a super sticker or a super chat. Just click on the $ symbol and it will walk you through how to purchase a super sticker, a super chat, or a membership. If you purchase a membership to the platform, you'll have access to all of my demonstrations. I got some up and coming demonstrations that I'm going to have to make for members only. So if you have a membership to the channel, you'll have access to all demonstrations. If you have a question for me to answer, if you have a comment that you would like for me to read, because as y'all can see, there's no way that I could get to all of y'all comments. There's no way that I could get to all of y'all questions. But if you purchase a super chat, and if you put the question or comment in the super chat, I answer all super chats. If you would like to send a cash donation, my cash app is $ERICMCINT. Once again, Frank gots to go. Make sure we are hashtagging it. Make sure we are writing it wherever we go at. Frank gots to go. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'm not sure if Miss Parker has a demonstration set up. I'm not sure of the time. Miss Parker, if you're listening, you could drop the time of your demonstration and make sure we go and support all of the other content creators that's in this Nazaya Harris sector. There's too many for me to name, but in my opinion, I believe that we all content creators that is covering the Nazaya Harris case, I believe that we all are doing an excellent job. And I just want to shout out all content creators and subscribers. The subscribers, believe it or not, y'all are more important to this case than us content creators. Because without our subscribers investigating, without our subscribers bringing us this information, we're not able to bring the information to the masses of people. And regardless of what the media, regardless of what the news reporters, regardless of what any of them say, they could take shots at us all they want to. But remember, social media is the place that breaks these cases. Social media is where all of these cases gets their start from. Appreciate the super sticker, Latanya. Appreciate the super sticker, Latanya. I'll leave the chat running. And if you all want to hang around, you all can hang around. Salute everybody, and I'll see everybody back on the next demonstration.